Hey, I'm Eric, and I'm listening to 100 albums in 100 days. For all the details on what I'm doing and why, check out the video pinned to my profile. Today, I listened to the 1986 album, The Big Prize from Honeymoon Suite. This album is going to fall into my category of albums that did not get enough attention when they first came out. Honeymoon Suite's a Canadian band. This is their second album. Their first album was just titled Honeymoon Suite. Both of those albums blew up in Canada. This band had so much success in Canada, and it just did not translate to the American market, and I feel like that's a shame. I wore this album out when it first came out. I also wore the first one out when it first came out. They write great songs, catchy hooks and lyrics. I just do not understand, and I've had this conversation with other people. I don't understand why the success from Canada didn't translate into the American market. It boggles my mind because I think they're just an incredible band. For this album, they actually had one of the songs from this album on a soundtrack in the 80s. What Does It Take? The song What Does It Take was on the soundtrack for One Crazy Summer, which was a movie from the 80s that didn't get enough attention, I don't think. So, which is maybe why, they did hook their horse to the wrong wagon. But beyond that, some of my favorite songs on this album are Feel It Again, which is their only single from their first two albums that even cracked the top 40 in America. They had a video for that one on MTV that got pretty good rotation, which is probably why they cracked the top 40. Feel It Again. Take My Hand, which is the last song on the album. Very slow and kind of a moody song. I love that song. But my favorite song on the album is probably Wounded. And the lead singer starts out by screaming "yeah" as the music kicks in, and I've always loved that song. But they just didn't get the. I don't know if it was their record company or there really is no explanation. And I've had this conversation with a couple of Canadian people who were amazed that I even knew who Honeymoon Suite was. There was just no reason why they should not have been huge in America, but they weren't. So I would encourage you, if you're looking for something to listen to that's catchy, trust me, it's very 80s rock. It's not heavy metal. It's not radio pop. It's just rock. It's just rock. I would encourage you to check out their first album, Honeymoon Suite, and their second album, this one, which is The Big Prize. They're worth the listen. If you have heard them and you agree with me that they just did not get the attention they deserve, let me know. If you haven't heard them, give them a listen and come back and tell me what you think. But there you go. That's day 20.